Hey everybody, welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be unboxing the iPhone SE. So this is the 2020 variant. We previously had an iPhone SE. This one is like the SE2, but it's just called the iPhone SE. It is based off of the iPhone 8 design. This is an iPhone 7, but basically the same thing. Still has the home button and of course the bezels around. It does not have Face ID, and it's basically just like an iPhone, except it has the same internals, the same CPU as the iPhone 11 series. So the iPhone 11 and the iPhone 11 Pro. So we're going to go ahead and unbox it today and check it out. So I got the product red version. It's pretty cool. You can see it even on the box too. But here we go. Inside, there we go. Designed by Apple in California. That's kind of cool. There's like, what is that? Product red. Partnership with Red, Apple will contribute a portion of your iPhone purchase to the Global Fund to support HIV/AIDS programs and help deliver an AIDS-free generation. Learn more or donate at red.org. Cool. Here we have the phone itself. So looks just like an iPhone, just like we've seen before, just like a 7 or an 8. And then also inside, we've got one of these little chargers. You also get some AirPods, then a USB to Lightning cable. So this is not USB-C. It's your standard USB to Lightning. So once again, it seems as though they are using that new, I believe it's an 18-watt charger, exclusively for the iPhone 11 Pro series. So the Pro and the Pro Max are the only ones with that new fast charger that goes from USB-C to Lightning, which I don't mind because this is a budget phone. And somebody did mention that even inside here, with something like the SIM tray ejector, it's also changed on this to be more budget friendly. So there we go. Take a look at it. It's different than in the other phone models. So this one is kind of a little bit more like a paper clip, whereas the others are like a solid piece of metal. This one is kind of just like bent like a paper clip or whatever. So apparently even some of the like smallest details, like the SIM tray remover on this phone, are cut down as for cost savings, which makes sense. I mean, it is a budget phone, so whatever ways they can save money on it, that's how they do it, and that's how they're able to deliver such a cheap phone while still have some of the greatest internal components in it, like the A13. So that's just something kind of interesting I wanted to point out that people have been saying online. Of course, it still works exactly the same, but it's just changed and a little bit cheaper. So as for the phone itself, here we have the iPhone SE. So we are only getting a single camera on it, so we're not having a dual lens setup like we have on the iPhone 11 or a triple lens setup like on the iPhone 11 Pro, but it's just like an iPhone 8 basically is what it is. So it has a glass back, so it supports wireless charging just like the iPhone 8. And from what I've heard, the camera is the exact same as the iPhone 8. And a lot of the components with this phone are the same as the iPhone 8 as well. So if you have any problems and need to repair it, apparently you can use some of the same components as an iPhone 8, which is good because that means it will be cheaper and easier to replace and repair things that way. But here's a little comparison between my old iPhone 7 and this new iPhone SE. They're basically the same phone except for, of course, like the Apple A13 in this one. But, I mean, it has the same design, it's the same size, same shape, everything like that. Except, I mean, this is a 7, whereas this one's kind of based off the iPhone 8. 7 and 8 are basically the exact same, except for the 7 does not have a glass back that supports wireless charging, whereas the 8 does, and so does the SE. But camera looks exactly the same. Another thing that they did actually change with the SE that is different than the 7 and the 8 is the placement of the Apple logo. It's similar to the iPhone 11 series, where the iPhone 11 and 11 Pro had the Apple logo dropped down to the center of the phone rather than up top. And then, of course, it just says product red down at the bottom, whereas this one says iPhone designed by Apple in California, assembled in China. And then you also don't have these lines going across for the cellular on here, which is interesting. Button placement, everything else still exactly the same. But the exciting thing about this, though, is that it's a budget phone. It's super powerful. So it has the same internal components as the iPhone 11 and 11 Pro, which are Apple's like high-end phones at the moment. So you can get the same internals as you can on over $1,000 phone, all for the low price of like $400 for this. So honestly, I think it's really great that they're doing this. I mean, it's Apple's response to having a budget phone. Overall, I think it's really great. And I'm glad I got the red design one. But I think I will be having an actual review coming out of this phone sometime soon. And I think it'd be kind of interesting because I'm going to compare this phone, the SE, this is Apple's budget phone, against my, you guys can see me right there, my iPhone 11 Pro, which is Apple's top-end, high-end phone. And compare the two. Go from using Apple's top-end phone, now using their budget one, and see what the differences are and how this one stacks up. So that is the unboxing of the iPhone SE 2020. Really great budget phone, and you can see that all the way down to the smallest details in this phone. So there you guys go. That is the unboxing of this phone. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this in the comments down below. Like I said, I'll be having a review coming soon of this phone, so make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for that. But that is it for the iPhone SE 2020 unboxing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.